Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obi Thorn Alliance. I'm Jacob. This is Luke. And in today's video, we are doing our part two, I guess you can say, to product comparison for streaming services, Netflix versus Disney Plus. Comment down below your experiences with these two services, and I guess if you like one of them more, and yeah, also like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot. And I guess first we'll start off with the prices for both of them. And we did some research, and Disney Plus is the cheapest one.
Yeah, so Disney Plus is sitting at around $11.99 Australian, or you could pay for a year in advance and pay $120, so you get about a month and a half free. Opposed to Netflix, where they come in 3 price tiers, which was basic, standard, and premium. So Netflix at its basic was around $12 a month still, I think.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, $11.99, and then the premium, the stand was $15-16, and then the premium was $20.
Yeah.
So Disney was cheaper with no tiers, where Netflix you had to pay extra to get extra features. I guess if we look at value for money, what do you get for Disney Plus for their set price they have?
Well, basically all the originals, all the products. It's basically you don't have to try and this much. It's basically one cost, and then you get all the originals. You get all the.
Do you get them in their highest quality? You have to pay extra for HD or anything with Disney Plus?
Yeah, that's the benefit for choosing Disney Plus.
And do you happen to know how many users you can have at once? I think it'd be like 4 at least, I'd say.
I think so.
4 screens, where with Netflix basic, I think it was like 1 screen, no HD, and that was about it. Where Netflix, you kind of almost needed to pay for the highest one for $20 to actually get the same value you get for Disney Plus.
Yeah, so Netflix kind of make it that, or we offer a cheaper version, but unfortunately the quality isn't there. So you basically need to get at least standard or premium, but how many people live in your household changes that as well, because depending on how many devices you have, you're gonna need either one, because premium 4 people can use it, standard only 2.
If we were to compare like content, what do you think? Who has the most content out of the 2 services?
I would say Netflix, but Disney Plus, because they basically have the rights to their own products and their own exclusive content. They're gaining momentum there, and they also got Star as well.
Yeah, which has added a lot more to it than what they previously had. So Netflix probably, without a doubt, has more content to choose from, but Disney Plus is gaining momentum, as you said.
It's the saying that Netflix are winning the battle, but I think Disney Plus will ultimately win the war.
Let's compare original series.
I would probably say if you're very much a big Marvel and Star Wars fan, you're probably going to say Disney Plus, but not, I would probably say Netflix.
So Netflix, obviously, they have a large amount of originals, and they're always adding more, where the beauty of Disney is they're kind of all originals, except for the Star content. But you gotta think any movie that's ever been produced by Disney is considered a Disney original. So you'd have to think, if you compare every movie Disney's ever made, they're well ahead of Netflix in originals. What about like recent originals, like new things that have only been for streaming services? If we compare new Disney Plus originals to Netflix originals.
Or it's really hard to go past Disney's Plus new shows because the problem is I think Disney Plus wins that, but they seem to be more consistent. What's good, but Netflix they bring out good shows, but they're not as consistent. So it's
What do you think? What do you reckon the three best the three best original series are on both services?
I would say Disney Plus is Loki, The Mandalorian, and then probably What If at the moment, but we'll see. What do you think?
Oh, those are all extremely good shows on Disney Plus, and I could still think of five others that I quite like. We've got the Benedict Society, Turner and Hooch, High School Musical, the series, Mighty Ducks Game Changers. I like them all, to be honest. I think Disney Plus's originals are, in my opinion, much better than Netflix originals. We look at the best Netflix originals, we're looking at maybe like
When
13.
they see us?
Yeah, if we go shows, when they see us limited series, definitely. That's something I don't think Disney Plus really do, limited series. They might. I guess you could call One Division a limited series if you really wanted to. But yeah, we compared their originals, with 13 Reasons Why, Ozarks.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, and obviously they've had a lot of worldwide success. They're probably bigger original series than some of the ones I mentioned, but in terms of Marvel, I think Marvel blow them away. When you have shows like Loki and One Division and Falcon the Winter Soldier, I think they blow all those other shows out the water, really.
I guess accessibility.
Yeah.
I would probably say Netflix wins in this department because Netflix has been out longer, so it's basically on every TV, modern, and it's kind of been the oldest, so I guess it's more well known. What Disney Plus, I don't know. I don't think it's on every TV that you can just push the button for. So I think definitely Netflix wins in that category.
Yeah, I think Netflix is the one people think of first comes to mind. It's on nearly every TV. It's definitely more accessible because we think of it. But I actually think Disney Plus is coming. It's catching up.
It is.
The only part it lacks is maybe your cheaper branded TVs or older TVs that might have Netflix already built into it, where Disney Pluses came later. But I think we move forward 5 years, that won't be an issue. I think every TV will have every single service. There won't be a problem. What about interface or of the two? Which do you think's better to use and you find easier to use?
Oh, I guess Netflix because it's been out longer, but Disney Plus is still a good interface.
Yeah, I agree. I think Netflix, it seems to be the easiest one to use. Disney Plus is quite nice. I can't think of a way to fault it, but Netflix is just what people are accustomed to and used to. It's easy to find things. The only iffy thing about Netflix is I've never found it easier just to go to a genre and look through it and see like all the crime shows. It's kind of like you go there and it just like gives you a random selection based on what they think you want to see, opposed to being able to, I want to look at every show in alphabetical order and go through crime. Like that doesn't seem to be an option where, I don't know if Disney offers that either, but that's always been one criticism I've thought of Netflix.
It's trying to be helpful, but because it has so much content, you struggle to choose something and you get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I guess there's just so many good shows that you may never find because they don't suggest it and you don't know the name of it, so you don't search for it. Where if you could just go into a category and just look at every show in it and just scroll down the list and go, oh, that sounds interesting. But it doesn't seem to have that option. It's just the 10 or 20 that they recommend to you, and that's it. You don't ever get to see the rest of the category, which is a disappointment. Because there could be some really good shows out there we don't get to discover because of that. What else? What about future content? What do you think of in terms of future content? Who's got better stuff coming out?
Oh, I would probably say at the moment, probably Disney Plus with all of its Marvel and Star Wars shows, but Netflix does have like cool shows, but I would probably say more excited for what's coming on Disney Plus because I feel like they're more invested in trying to have people trying to come over.
I agree. Um, I don't really know too many Netflix shows that are coming out. I guess I can think of some that have got future seasons, but
Yeah, like Ozarks and
Netflix, Disney Plus has just got so much potential.
and I guess other things that they offer outside of streaming services, I don't think they do.
No, I don't think either of them really offer any extras. You don't get any discounts or benefits being with either service. It's just what you pay for is what you get. It's just Disney Plus has a one-off fee, and where Netflix has tiers, and you can. They would argue and say, well, it's better because you can choose the one that meets your needs. But
Yeah.
their cheapest one is the same price as Disney Plus's only option. So it's like, well, it's not cheaper in any way. If it was like $5 and you go, oh well, I'll get the basic because it's so much cheaper. But it's not. It's just the same.
So I guess if you had to choose one, well, who do you think wins this product comparison?
I want to say I would pick Disney because I think Disney has better stuff already. I think it has better potential. But if you had only one to choose from based on what's currently out, I guess Netflix is going to keep you entertained for a lot longer than Disney Plus will. I think you'll run
Yeah.
through the Disney Plus content pretty quickly. You wouldn't. You probably would never get through it, but you would be looking a lot deeper than where Netflix is a lot more to choose from. But I think Disney Plus is better. But if I had to choose one based on what's currently on offer, I think Netflix wins that. But based on potential and future options, I think Disney Plus. What do you think? If you had to pick one right now that you could only keep one, what would you be picking?
I'd probably keep Disney Plus, but I would agree with you that Netflix has more content, so it keeps you more interesting. But you could argue that most content is good, but it's finding the good ones within all the messy terrain. And that's the main problem that I think Netflix has, is because I believe they spent so much money, like 1 point or couple $1 million, quite a lot of money, like investing in like a lot of good shows, a lot of product, and trying instead of like focusing on good things.
Yeah, there's lots of rumors always about Netflix going bankrupt and the way that their model doesn't work because they always have to pay royalties to different shows to put them on there, where like Disney just own it. They just own the stuff they put on there. So they, in terms of money, I think Disney make a lot more. I guess comparing what we've seen, if we take into account price, value, current content and future content, where should the viewers spend their money on?
I guess Disney Plus.
I would agree with that. I think Disney Plus is better value. You don't have to pay for extra tiers. It's got lots of a backlog of old content, especially with the star added. There's new stuff coming. The only bonus extras you have to pay is if you want premium access to new movies that come out, which could be seen as a benefit for some people. But yeah, I think it ticks a lot of boxes except for the content box, I guess.
Yeah.
So moving forward, I think it's the best value for money, ticking all the boxes, but based on current value for money, maybe Netflix, but Netflix is expensive. It's the most expensive streaming service as far as I'm aware.
I guess it depends what you want with your bang for your buck. It depends if you want quality over quantity, I guess.
And I guess as well, Disney Plus may not appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah, if you don't like Marvel or Star Wars, it's...
People may not like Marvel, may not like Star Wars, and have no interest in like Disney-ish or cartoons. So they're like, that's not for me. They like their documentaries, their mini-series, their crime drama. It's like, Disney Plus could just seem like a complete nothing to them. So it really depends. As people that are into Star Wars and Marvel, we obviously like it a lot more than the average person. The average person may just see Disney as rubbish. So, so I guess from that value for money, we're picking Disney. But if we were to try and account for the average person, they're probably going to move to Netflix.
Yeah.
So
It's a more well-known one.
yeah. Well, there we go.
Thank you for helping, Luke. Hope you found this video informative and help you. Leave a comment below. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Let the force be with you. Bye-bye.